Hello, welcome to Grande, bagunça, espacial. This is a 2016 Steam game released from Brazil. I can't explain this any more than the splash screen and title screen will. So, this game is very loud, so I had to set the game to pretty much 10% in the Windows mixer. Just so I don't get my ears blown out. This is cutscene percent, so we will be watching all of the cutscenes in the game. And begin in 3, 2, 1, go. So this game does have Portuguese, Spanish, and English subtitles. We're choosing English for obvious reasons of letting everyone watching the video see what's going on. This is our main antagonist here, the brain monster. And we're going to see why he's doing his thing in a moment. This cutscene takes about 8 minutes. Now, for the purposes of showing off the introductory level, which can be skipped, I will be leaving that in. It will be just added on to the start of the level 1 split, so the intro level takes about 5 minutes itself. This cutscene takes about 7.5, and then we'll have level 1 on top of that. This game's pretty solidly at like a little over an hour, but it's not very difficult or volatile. However, you just need to not run into walls, which is usually how bad things happen. If a life is lost, we save on between every level, so we just go back to... We Alt F4 out of the game, because it's easier than trying to figure out how to go back to the main menu. And we reload the game, load the save, go back to the level. At time of recording, which is July 18th, 2025, there is no SRC board for this game. And hopefully by 2 weeks from now, that will have changed. But currently there is no SRC board for this game. There may not even be another run on YouTube. I don't know. I haven't checked. But in terms of the SRC board, this game does not have one. So Brain Monster is trying to capture some princesses, steal some banks, specifically steal the banks. I'm guessing he's, grabbing them off their foundations, and plunder and destroy some planets. And he's here at the consulting firm, to talk to the consultant who looks like someone. I'm not sure how Mr. Mishap / Asiago on the left is actually going to drink the coffee, but that's fine. This is the brain monster talking to the consultant who looks like Wednesday Addams. And the consultant, brain monster, is looking for visibility as a new villain. He got some things from his parents, who also want him to be an evil villain, and he wants to eventually open his own consulting firm at the edge of the universe. But yeah, he wants to just capture some defenseless damsels, steal some banks, plunder, and destroy some planets. That is his current main impetus here. And so the consultant is going to talk to the brain monster about all the strategies that he can use to take over the universe, pretty much. As after all, the main service of the consulting firm is strategy, as we've just seen. And so first thing the brain monster needs is an arch enemy. And every good villain needs an arch enemy. And she's going to talk about the other villains that she personally has consulted with and trained.
verdade é vilão, sabe?
É mesmo, né?
Sim, muita notoriedade. E temos muitos casos de vilões de grande sucesso. Lembra daquele dragão cascudo?
You're talking about the dragon with a shell, or
Sim,
Bowser.
Cascudo, grandão. Sequestrou uma princesa.
Kidnapped a princess, and a guy with a mustache fought him for her.
Sabe?
Sei.
Então, sabe aquele outro de vermelho que
Or the other guy in red who promoted some fights in the streets. I wonder who that could be.
As tropas de tartarugas treinadas. Foi eu que ensinei.
He taught the guy in red to envelop himself in blue flames and fight spinning like a screw towards his enemies. And both are very famous. This is true. I would be much worse off if I did not know the ways of M. Bison. And meanwhile, she's going to go on to talking about Dr. Wily.
Nossa, eles são muito
This is the actual dialogue of the game. Just wanted to point it out. This is the actual dialogue of the game. Now she's giving him the contract for the consulting firm.
O bigodudo anticológico sempre acabou com todas as tartarugas. O cara de vermelho, mesmo envolto em fogo azul, perdeu a briga. E o bigodudo que faz robôs do mal está morto. E aquele robôzinho azul sempre lasca os robôs do mal. Não sei se isso é uma boa.
Ora, não se apegue a detalhes. O que todo vilão precisa é de visibilidade.
What every villain needs is visibility. After that, you can find sponsors and you'll have a much bigger army. And defeat anyone who crosses your path.
Mas teria alguma coisa grande que eu pudesse levar logo? Assim, pra ter segurança, sabe?
Just to be safe, you know. You need a huge mechanic skull. Our main character's on the left here now. We're on the beach with our girlfriends, drinking the coconut water from the coconuts. Now the huge mechanic skull is coming to abduct our girlfriend. Why is the huge mechanic skull have like computer chips? Don't worry about it. So the huge mechanic skull kidnaps the girlfriend. And our character, Valdez Gledison, as his name is, just throws his drink at the skull, which hits it. Making perfect sense to me. Now he's going to enlist in the space armor to have a chance to rescue her from the mechanic skull. This is General Chicken.
Muito bem, meu rapaz. O que você sabe fazer? Tem curso de tiro? Já enfrentou monstros? Tem no currículo algum estágio ou emprego fixo em seriado japonês com caras de roupa colorida e capacete engraçado?
Eu sou entregador de pizza, senhor.
Muito bem, serve. Tem roupa preta e capacete. Vamos fazer seu treinamento e você será a última.
And this is pretty much the end of the intro cutscene. We get gameplay now.
Muito bem, soldado.
So the chicken talking to us between levels is not skippable, but I wish I could. This is a space shmup, and we have armor at the top, crosshair, which is ammo beneath it. The Green Monster's welcoming us to the beach, which is good. We have 4 weapons that we can use. We have blue laser, green mojo, which is very powerful but costs a lot of ammo. We have blazing fire, which is probably my favorite power-up. It is very efficient and also is a triple shot later on. And the bombs, which work similarly to other bombs in other space maps. And picking up shield increases our armor by the amounts. We can have a max of 2500, and picking up crosshair increases our ammo by the amount. We can have a max of 2500. The weapons cost different amount of ammo each. The blue laser costs 3. The blazing fire costs 6. The bombs cost 9, and the green mojo costs 12. So it's the most expensive power-up to use. You go ahead and grab the blazing fire and all the other power-ups before it. Weapon swaps do give you ammo, a little bit of ammo as well. They're mostly used to swap your weapon. You also get the, every weapon is also worth 2 armor and 5 ammo, but you also swap whatever weapon you're holding. Red heart and green heart fills up the meters on the top left corner. Red heart gives us an extra life, which we will hopefully not need. The green part gives us weapon levels, which we absolutely do need. Now, this level is skippable, but we're going to play through it anyway for posterity's sake and also getting our starting resources for the game. We can also hold the space button down to charge up our skill. The skill varies based on what spaceship you're currently flying. For the only spaceship we've seen during this run is the motorcycle, which has the skill of putting up these little shield barriers around us in a circle. This is very useful. It also costs 30 ammo to do on top of whatever weapon you're currently using, so it costs a lot of ammo, but it is very much worth doing, especially if you are under heavy fire. It's also one of the easiest ways to fire behind us as well, because we do get level 4 weapons later on, but it's not a guarantee. The game will let you get to level 4 weapon during a stage, however, once you go to the next stage, it will reset back to 3, which is unfortunate, but it's what you gotta do. Currently have weapon level 1, which is mostly the reason why I'm doing this stage. I want weapon levels later on, and the quicker we have them, the better. Also, our armor depletes slightly over time, so we cannot be complacent with any level of armor in this game. We have to be picking up powers pretty much all the time. However, the actual drain itself is not bad, but it can put us in a position where we can very much get killed by random enemies. Unfortunately, since this is a 2D space shooter, and there's not really a lot of speedrun tech that we've figured out. In fact, like I said, this game has no SBC board at the moment. A lot of the optimizations come in from not losing lives, for one thing, and then from making the best use of your ammo between stages. If you run out of ammo, you will be very sad. You can regenerate up to a level of 12 ammo. However, the maximum is 2,500, and you will not be able to regen higher than 12. So, having ammo when you need it is very, 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 very important, and is the easiest way to get through bosses, as we'll see. The green power-up is the most powerful for bosses, because the side projectiles will sit on the boss and do massive damage. So I typically try to keep the green power-up or the pink bomb power-up for bosses. We can skip that because it just says what character we're playing as and what we're bringing into the level. It's not an actual cutscene that actually matters, because if you see it once, you just don't care. But the story cutscenes we will absolutely be seeing in this playthrough. So the blue laser, it is the weakest weapon. It does pierce, which is very helpful. The pink bomb is strong. It's actually very strong for bosses, especially if you can get onto them and just stand them very quickly with shots. However, also doing so is very dangerous for yourself as well. Also, the shield power-up for the motorcycle costs 30 ammo, so doing so is good, but expensive. This is the pirate. We're going to be ignoring the pirate because it's slow to do anything with them. There is the ability to get a cutscene with him that costs even more time, but we don't want to deal with that anyway. So you can rescue and recruit the characters we'll see during the levels, but again, slow, costs time. Now, this game is not yet well understood by me for purposes of speedrunning. I can get through the game, no problem. Anything beyond getting through the game, no problem, is basically unknown. So we will see all 8 levels in the game. We will not be seeing any of the side missions. We will not be seeing the edge of the universe, which is found we find portals during the actual stages themselves. Now we have level 2 weapon, which gives us another projectile for pretty much the rest of the game. And we will use the second projectile to melt this boss. boss is dead. So we get to watch the cutscene. We will gonna split after we get back to the save screen. And we'll be ending the game at the start of the cutscene for at the end of level 8. But
Eu tinha que ser o vilão, o cara malvado. Pra mim chega. Vou aceitar o emprego de
I'm getting the flower pot job. So we can move faster on that stage slot screen. We don't have to wait for all the stages to explode into what they are. Which is good, because it causes less visual flashing for people who may be vulnerable to epileptic seizures. So I will be trying to do that as much as possible. The presents give us money in the top center of the screen. Money is used to buy new ships, which we will not be doing. Mostly because, 1, I don't want to deal with it, and 2, I like the power-up I have currently. I have the ability that I have currently. Every ship has different ability. I have the shield armor, which is the best one I can use for the run, to my knowledge. Again, if it ends up being faster to use another character, I don't know right now. Again, this is not very well understood game by anyone in the speedrun community, I would imagine. Unfortunately, the laser shots do not go through buildings, and most larger projectiles by enemies will also block your shots perfectly as well. So you do have to watch out for making sure your shots will actually hit the enemies, especially because they're expensive to do so. I'm gonna pick up the fire power-up, because it is pretty good, and it's also going to cost less ammo than what I was doing with the bombs or the green mojo. Unfortunately, this level is very long, so we will have... It won't be downtime, but it will be a longer stage. Stage 4 is pretty much downtime of the stage, but stage 3 at least has some things going on. Also, running physically into walls is not ideal. It does cost health. This is another character we can recruit. I don't care. So every ship that Walsh Lesson can ride into battle has 3 specific stages that it wants to meet and wants to meet a friendly character on. The motorcycle cares about stages 1, stage 1, 2, and stage 2, which we are currently on. So, unfortunately, to recruit a character, we need to find them in the level that they're supposed to be at. Then, we find gifts for that character. Then we go back to the level where the character is to get them the gifts to recruit them. It is very slow. I don't want to do it. We want to go fast. We don't want to do going slow. I'm actually going to put up a shield here. We're good. We're good. With the fire power, this is not actually bad. Or laser, that works too. And then we'll come over here. Did miss the fire, but that's okay. Now, like I said, the name of the game here really truly is managing both health and ammunition. Running out of either one will make you a very, very sad person. So I will occasionally swap to weapons based on how much ammo I have, because I do not want to run out of ammo. This boss, you shoot him in the eyes. Since I have fire power up, I'm just going to go close with the shield armor, hold that on his eyes, and just fire normal shots at him as well. If I had the green mojo or the bombs, I would probably abuse that entirely. But since I had fire for that one, we'll go ahead and go close, use the shield, and melt him that way. Next cutscene. This is the huge war machine that we defeated, who is not looking definitely worse for her. And he's done. He's done working for the Brain Monster, pretty much. And he's gonna go talk to his lawyer.
Ai, meu Deus.
This is inside the bowels. We do have to go through a beast of some sort, and we will be coming out the other end. There is a tiny bit of toilet humor for that, but it's mostly just a weird stage, not like an offensive stage. It's just weird. And we have to defeat all the things, so let's defeat all the things. We're about halfway to our 3rd weapon level, which is very good. Weapon level 3 is very good for pretty much every single weapon in the game. Weapon level 4 is really good for the bombs, because you get a 4th bomb, obviously. Laser actually gets a considerable benefit from it as well, because the 4th projectile from the laser actually just still fires forward, but it's in line with the normal shot, like the level 1 shot. And for the fire and the green mojo, you just shoot behind it, which can be useful at times as well, but is more awkward to use. So we're gonna use the bombs for a bit here because there's a lot of things that need to be blown up, and a lot of them are below me, and I don't want to deal with it. Oh, I have time now. So these little gas bladders here, they're not kind. They will do contact damage to you if you're anywhere near them, and hitting them once pretty much means they'll just go wherever they want. We'll see that we'll use that later on in the final stage, but for now it's not kind. It's an annoyance. Also, I don't know why it says 100 green hearts for 1 power in the intro stage, because it's not. Do I know what the number is? I have not figured that out, but it's not 100. The red hearts, I could believe that, but the green hearts are definitely not 100 for 1 power. So we're gonna use weapons to just cleave through these guys as much as we can. First, the only weapon I do not want here is the fire, because it does not pierce in pretty much any way, shape, or form. The bombs explode, and the green projectiles have a bit of like a spread to them, which is very good. Now we have the robots. The robots are the worst enemies in the game, because they are very, very prone to taking a lot of damage, and they're very sturdy, is what I meant to say. Very sturdy, and they can do a lot of damage to you as well. Switch to green mojo, because that was just the one we ran into. Again, it's still helpful. I do need to be careful with my shots, though, for reasons of ammunition. Destroy the eye wall here. Also, nice thing about the green mojo is that the spreads from the upper and lower projectiles will sometimes do damage along the main paths, the central projectile. So that's also very helpful. Get the money that I don't need. Do I need it? No. Switch to fire. Actually, switching between weapons in this game is not really an exact science. It's more reacting to what you have for ammunition. And what you need during a certain part of the stage. Like if you need to conserve ammo, if you need to do like AoE damage, etc. It's not the exact science, but it is a science. So that's the skull down below is a gift, I believe. We don't care. It's either a gift or another character that we can recruit. Either way, I'm not going to do it. It is not relevant to cutscene percent any percent. No. Cutscene or any percent. More accurately. Use the shield to cleave through those. I will take the bombs for now. Bombs are actually pretty good for this spot. We got a medal. The medals are weird. Because they tied to Steam achievements, however, they're not actually... They don't tally up the actual numbers properly, for whatever reason. I think I got the first, like, 3 achievements in the first stage the first time I played it because the game does not tally up enemy kills properly for doing achievements. Very strange. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Fortunately, we have a robot. That does matter. Now, we had the boss music, but it's going to be a little while until I actually get to the boss. So. Also, as a side note, the reason I'm using a blank split timer is because I have the run I timed out yesterday as a time recording was on cutscene percent plus credits. We're not going to do the credits level, but there is a credits level. However, we're just going to do through level 8, through stage 8, which is the final stage of the game that really matters. So, for that purpose, we're using a different split timer. But that was why that is a non-populated split timer. So I'm actually going to use either the bombs or the lasers to cleave through these walls. This is also fine. Now we have the level 4 weapon, however we will not be able to keep level 4 weapon. It will reset us to 3 at between stages. But the green mojo and the blazing fire, what they get for level 4 is a projectile out the back, which is useful at times, but not always useful. And then for the bombs, as stated, you get a 4th projectile that goes basically straight up, so it flies behind you. And the lasers get a 4th projectile in line with the original 1st, traveling the same direction. So you basically get 2 shots along the center line. Kind of see that. You can see the laser on the left side of my character, still moving the same direction. So that's why level 4 laser is actually pretty okay. Generally, though, I don't try to use laser unless I need ammo, because laser is very, very weak in exchange for its low ammo cost. Now, I am still picking up the green heart power-ups because even though I will fall down to level 3 weapon between stages, my weapon level progress sticks, so that will be helpful. Now we're just picking up all the 50s we see because they're all useful. Let's just switch to a different level. The worm's not going down as fast as I would like it to. There we go. And that's the extent of the toilet humor in the game. Thankfully. I'm not a big fan of it. Just toilet humor in general. I'm not a big fan. What? Go on to level 4. Level 4 is the Green Forest. This is the downtime stage of the game, unfortunately. There's not a lot to it. There's not a lot to the stage. But we gotta get through it. We gotta save the planet, so we're gonna do that. People also just have decently good music for a 2016 era meme game. Now there are some like vaguely hidden hazards. Hitboxes on the flying islands are not the best, and some items will actually be hidden inside the mist, so we do have to watch out for those. But in the meantime, just kind of fly through and dodge flying islands, blow up bees and spores, and we'll get to the boss. That's also a thing I don't care about. We're gonna pick it up anyway, just to say that we did. Another eye wall. We have to be very careful with these later on. Specifically in stage 7. They come fast and furious in that stage. Pun intended. The 2 robots here are very, very strong. They have a lot of health. Very hard to kill. So I'm just gonna go get up close to them with the bombs and just spam. There we go. Those 2 robots especially are very difficult to kill. Now, like I said, flying into a wall is not ideal. It does not kill you, it costs health, but it's still not ideal. It's like, I think it's 30 health per collision, which is not great. However, one of the bigger dangers from running into a wall is that it will shove you along the wall, which can shove you into an enemy, which can do more damage. So we try to avoid that whenever possible. Again, since we can't really speed up the stage itself, we can only speed up the bosses. Taking damage is not ideal in any case. Any situation, pretty much. And you want to avoid losing health. As for why this game is being submitted, we're a guy on a flying motorcycle fighting a brain monster who kidnapped a girlfriend because who wants visibility as a new villain. It's pretty obviously a contender for Alpha Block, and that's why I'm doing it. Alright, look, pick up laser here. Is it ideal? Probably not, but it's not as good as we're gonna get for now. Although maybe fire would be better for those 2 Bs. We do want a different power-up for the boss of the stage. And even the mini-boss of the stage, because this is the only stage with a mini-boss, effectively. Now we're going to use the shield here to block these eye rock things. Not ideal to run into them. Swap to... yeah, that's fine. Fire is actually pretty okay for this stage. For this part of the stage. Not always, but it's okay. Now, unfortunately, the stage is still going, because we had to go through the river. So we're just gonna take our motorbike through the water. Fly it straight onto the water. Why? Because. The amoebas here, they don't do a lot of damage, pretty much at all. However, we do want to get rid of them for power-ups, because the boss is actually coming up very soon. Soon after we get out of the water, in fact. There we go, pick up the fire pouch just to save a little bit of ammo as I get out of here. For this reason. Also, you can't see what the power-ups are until you shoot them, so you can still collect them, it'll still affect you, but you don't know what they are until you shoot them. Which can be weird if you're trying to avoid a specific power-up, or want to keep your weapon. We are almost to the mini-boss of the stage. This is the only stage of the game with a mini-boss. I'll switch to green mojo here. A little bit more to go until we get to the giant mechanic worm. And fly under this rock here, because above it goes to the edge of the universe portal, and we're not going to touch those. Ah, no, it's the second one. Yes, that's what it was. Alright, this one we have to fly under because if going above it is not ideal. And then this one, we want to go below as well. Oh, not quite yet. Apologies. Still, general gist for the stage is just take the lower path whenever you can. In this case, we would want to take the lower path anyway because we don't want to go to the edge of the universe portal. The little void-looking portal off the top of the path there. If we do that, we have to restart the stage. And I don't want to do that. That is slow and costs a lot of time. Gotta roll a different weapon. Beautiful. Green Mojo will be perfect for this. So we'll go ahead and charge up a shield, get rid of those two guys. Now we have the giant mechanic worm, who's just gonna go take Green Mojo to the face, pretty much. Once you get it lined up, and you just attack. So, this was the mini-boss, the only mini-boss in the game.
Eu não tive culpa. Eu era apenas um lagarto
This is just a
espacial
common
gigante.
huge space worm, but Captain
Aí
Robot
eu
transformed me into this horrible mechanic
uma
worm.
lagarta mecânica.
So we need to go stop Captain
Que bom
Robot.
que você destruiu meu controlador mental. Por favor, salve minhas irmãs lagartas.
So now we have to go fight the actual boss of the stage, the cargo ship that Captain Robot is escaping on. With bringing his mechanical implants, he's going to turn all the creatures and animals into slaves. So he's being Eggman now. We have to stop him. This is a little bit of like not much going on until we actually get to the cargo ship itself. Thankfully, I just hold off my. Don't even have to do anything for the moment. You do get to see the space worms fly by. That's gonna be that's nice, and not at all terrifying. There will be an island coming up on the top side of the screen momentarily, and the robot's here. We want to keep the Green Mojo because, like I said, it is one of the strongest weapons in the entire game. We have bombs right now. That is still okay. Bombs are actually pretty good for bosses too. We've got to demolish the parts of the ship. And we're just gonna go up here, spam bombs to blow up the ship. Very nice. We're gonna grab that. There we go. We have to wait a little while to get to the end of the stage because we're flying back down to the planet. The boss is dead, which is good. Now I gotta wait for this cutscene because this is cutscene %. And we're gonna come to level 5, Crystal Tunnel. Crystal Tunnel is actually not really a bad stage. It can go wrong if you have weaker weapons, but we have pretty good weapons. Stage 5.
Este é trabalho para.
So we're chasing Captain Robot now. We have to take the shortcut through the Crystal Tunnel to the Parallel City. And importantly, we have almost full meter for our level 4 weapon. So, get that done real quick. We don't have to do anything for a bit. We're just gonna fly through until the actual amoeba starts spawning in, and that's when things happen. They are on the bottom of the screen currently, but they're not attacking us yet, so we don't care. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for a bit. I do like the amoebas are eating the robots though, effectively. Now the ice crystals, we can break those, and we should break those, and we will break those because they will hurt us, but also they give us a lot of power-ups. So. Important note about levels where the camera like swaps directions, like especially the last level, but definitely in the level coming up to the Parallel City. is that the bombs will fire based on where you're moving in relation to, like, straightforward. Which, if you're moving in a different direction because you're in a different part of the stage, could be completely different to where you thought you were attacking. So, we will be avoiding the bombs in the next stage. It will be very helpful, but we want to actually be able to fire straight forward where we're going, not where the game expects us to be still be going. Very important distinction. And you'll see that in a moment. You'll see that in a bit if I get unlucky with weapon drops in the Parallel City, which is the next stage. Grab the, I guess the two-headed... I don't know. Also gotta make sure I'm actually not losing a life. I was trying to figure out what that was, and I lost life unnecessarily, but that's okay. I still have plenty. Max is 2,500. I have currently 1,800, so that's pretty good. Now, I find that the green mojo is really good for, like, crowds of enemies. The bombs are probably the best weapon for bosses. However, the bombs have lower range because they are like physical projectiles. So we may end up actually taking the green mojo for this boss. Also, because I don't have a lot of ammo, I do need to watch that as well. We may even switch to the fire or the laser. There we go, grab that. For next stage, if anything else. Another quick note is that I have 2 lives. That is exactly 2 lives. 0 does not count. So, if I lose a life, it will be very sad. But we shouldn't lose a life for the rest of the run. The run's not hard if you're not running into enemies in walls. So... I had a run last night where I did almost die to the little Stage 6 boss, which didn't matter because I didn't die, and 2, Stage 7 it gives you a lot of power-ups. But it can potentially happen. And it's very sad. Switch to fire so I can actually use the ammo efficiency. There you go. Or I could be even more efficient. That works too. Fire up equip shield so I can actually maintain health during this section, because there's a lot of amoebas coming to show me the business. I have bombs now, which is okay. Some more ammo there. Nope, I'm not going to pick up the laser. I do want to keep the bombs for this boss. Bombs melt bosses. That's just general life advice, isn't it? For this type of game. Unfortunately, I do have to be careful with where I fire them from, because I need to fire into his eye, and that's happening. But he's already dead, so it's fine. He died very quickly. So I was worried for nothing. Unfortunately, I have bombs going into stage 6, which is not ideal for reasons you will see momentarily. Apparently he just wanted to be pet by somebody. Yeah, same. Stage 6 approaches. We are going into the Parallel City of the Little Folks to fight Captain Robot.
Este é
who is the last like general, I would guess, of the last like general, I guess, of Brain Monster. There's still boss for stage 7, but it's more like a guardian than an actual like someone working for him. Yes, find Captain Robot. The stage goes very quickly. And now we are moving very quickly through the stage. So we actually have laser right now. This is pretty okay. I'll take fire if I can get it, but I want like laser or fire or green mojo. I'm going to avoid that portal because it costs time, and I don't want to do it. Oh, I have bombs right now. This is what I meant about the bombs going like everywhere and nowhere. It's based on where the... It's based on like the normal like loading in left to right progression, but you're going at an angle right now, technically, according to the level design. It's not ideal. So we're gonna try to get rid of this weapon as soon as possible. Hopefully by... There it is. Cool. Getting rid of those robots, because those are a problem. Probably the worst part of the stage, actually, is that group of robots that we just beat. And then also the boss. This is not an easy boss either. But we'll get to that in a moment. So I have not a lot of ammo, so I'm going to keep the laser for now. If I get through this stage with decent time, I should be pretty good for the rest of the run. However, even if I run out of ammo on the stage, which is possible, I'll still be fine if I get through the stage, because the next stage has a lot of power-ups, and I am not kidding about that. Alright, fire is okay. Fire has good damage. Also, you might be able to save the little folks. I don't know. I don't know. Set up shield, because I want to not have those enemies hit me. Alright, we have approached the boss. This is Captain Robot coming up in a moment. Once he decides he wants to. There it is. The large projectiles will stop your shots. It's unfortunate. I hate it. And he has a lot of health himself, so... Unfortunately, where he fires is pretty much random. It's based on where his arm is, and that is not something you can really control, to my knowledge. But we're just gonna make the most of it. Keep spamming fire at him. I have low ammo, but he has low health, so I should be okay to get through the stage pretty decently. There we go. That is stage 6 done. And I just need to cut it right here so I don't die. There we go. Now the Brain Monster is talking to Captain Robot. Captain Robot's also resigning from Brain Monster's army. Apparently they're friends. And Captain Robot's not happy about the Crazy Squad guys, who are us, our character. Currently just our character and the chicken.
Pensei que fôssemos amigos.
Mas somos amigos, os melhores.
Olha, foi mal.
But they're okay. They'll still be friends at the end of this.
Acho que me descontrolei.
The Captain Robot's just not gonna do any more evil doing. He's gonna get a job at the school.
Saqueamento de mundos, carreira política. Pelo menos me diga que ainda é meu amigo e que vai ficar tudo bem entre nós.
Tá tudo bem. Mas não se preocupe comigo, sim? Eu já tenho outro emprego.
Don't worry with me, okay? I already have another job on site. In a kindergarten school close to my mom's house, there are some positions for a stapler, coffee machine, microwave oven, and, well, I can do all of this. So I can take all the positions and have a good salary. Also, I like the thought of them paying the stapler, coffee maker, and microwave. And they're still friends, which is good. Late split, but that's okay. Stage 7, this is Enter Madness. We're attacked by butterflies, pretty much.
E o inimigo usará isso para tentar controlar sua mente.
But the chicken would help us, but he left a pan cooking in the stove.
Não se deixe dominar pelas ilusões. Avance pelo campo de ilusões e invada a última instalação do inimigo.
So as stated, this stage gives us a lot of power-ups. All of these enemies are worth power-ups. It's a lot of enemies. It's a lot of power-ups. We will actually take a laser for this, just to cleave through them, because I want ammo, and not spending a lot of ammo is a good way to get ammo. And we'll do that too, just get those 2 jellyfish out of the way. Also, if you can keep the actual weapon you want during the entire stage, congratulations to you. You have navigated the stream of power-ups better than I could. But again, I just want ammo, so I don't care, frankly. I like to think of this as we're going through the media warp from Star Fox 64. Apparently that red elf is another character we can recruit. I don't care. Not important. That's an eye wall. Those are going to be very important very soon, because there's a lot of them coming up in very short order. Like that one. Gotta blow that up. Very important to blow it up. Very important to blow up all the eye walls, because I don't want to take any damage from them. It is not ideal. Not on the agenda. Also, these equations, those are enemies too. They can hurt us. We're not going to go into the portal. That is a bad place to go to. We don't want to waste time going in there. It is a time loss. We would have to restart the stage, and we don't want to do it. Now, if I can keep the green mojo, that would be actually amazing. Because the boss of this stage really dives to either bombs or green mojo. However, we may not get the chance, depending on what actually shows up when. I'm trying to navigate the stream of power-ups so I can actually get the ones I want, but that is also not a guarantee at any point in this stage. There's a lot of them. However, which ones do you want to get at any given time? Good luck. Oh, there's the skull. Now we have max ammo, so we should be fine for the rest of the game. Should. We're still gonna collect it, but we should be fine. So bombs would be lovely. Please give bombs. Nope, that is currently not bombs. Please continue to have bombs for me. Bombs, health, and ammo, please. Okay, well, that's fine. We have 3 lives now, which is very good. Will that help us? No, we don't need them. Hopefully we never need them in this game, frankly. Alright, we have bombs towards the end of the stage, which is very good. I will be using them on the boss and to make work of it in pretty short fashion. Oh, we have the laser. Okay. Can I maybe get... No, okay. One last chance for bomb? One last chance for bomb? No, apparently not. So if you get through the... I'm assuming if you don't get through the wall, you just suffer. We have green mojo. This is actually fine. Yeah, 6 shots with the green mojo, level 3 or 4, you're probably okay. He's gotta destroy the jellyfish again. And we gotta go blow this guy up again. So we have another round with the face sandwich. Another time. And one more. And boss done. We have defeated the fake sandwich. Now all that remains is the final stage. Meanwhile, our girlfriend is talking to the brain monster who kidnapped her, trying to talk about why. But the brain monster could just apologize and return the girlfriend, and everything will be fine. You don't need to be evil.
Eu sou mal assim porque eu nunca ganhei presente. Eu nunca tive carinho do meu pai ou da minha mãe. Meus pais sempre disseram para eu ser mal. Então, meu pai é mal, meu avô é mal. Eu tenho que ser mal. Se eu fosse como Valdis Gladson, que tem uma namorada legal... Ai, que vergonha. Tá bom, chega. E você não está em uma condição muito boa para negociar. Você é apenas uma mocinha indefesa e está presa. Ui!
Deixa eu dar um nó nesse seu rabo que eu te mostro quem é indefesa.
Ai, menina, isso dói.
Toma!
Ai.
And apparently Brain Monster's tail is very, very sensitive to being injured.
Essa menina é perigosa. Ai, socorro.
Eu só vou soltar seu rabo se você me arranjar um celular.
And she wants a phone to talk to the boyfriend, which is us. Final stage coming up. There's the credits level, but we're not gonna. Oh, come on. We don't have to do the credits level because it takes forever and it doesn't have a cutscene at the end of it. It's just you quit out to the menu and you're good. Attacar! That's my favorite line from the game. Attacar. Attack. So again, we'll have a lot of groups of enemies to just mow through with power-ups. Since we have a level 3 weapon for the rest of the game, it's pretty much okay to just get through them. If we had died at any point, it would be very, very, very sad. Which is why we just restart at that point. Well, we start the game, load from a save. Essentially. If you don't restart the game, that would be bad. Pick up some armor. I do need more armor, always. You gotta fly through the window. I'll pick up bombs for this next couple parts. Shouldn't be too bad. Also, you can't fire if you're too close to the right side of the screen. It just doesn't do anything. It just hits a wall and explodes and doesn't do anything. So, you gotta be towards the center of the screen when you're doing any sort of offensive action in this game. Conversely, powers will disappear if they hit the visible wall on the left side of the screen. So, gotta get them before they fall off the screen, which is further to the right than you might think. Yeah, I'll take it. I was debating for a moment whether I wanted the actual laser to get that armor as well. It's fine. Fortunately, we have more robots. Grab all the power-ups before they despawn. Now we're going to see that thing I mentioned about the weird physics in this game. So if we use our shield projectiles to knock these walls out of the way, they just go flying. They just leave, pretty much. Anything you can like move by attacking with a shot, you can push it around with attacks like the shield armor from the motorcycle. So we're just gonna ignore these walls pretty much. It's fun. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and switch to laser for a bit, because saving ammo is good. I'm gonna keep the green mojo because I have another squad of enemies to clear out, and that's the best way to do it. As I regain my ammunition for the things that are coming later. Gotta destroy the walls, because those are going to run into us. We're gonna run into them and take damage, so we don't want them. And the bricks, same thing. I will take bombs here, because I want to get through the bricks as quickly as possible. Just for, safety reasons. Oh, that's fine. That one power fell off the screen, so it's fine. I don't need it. Those are the ones who are inside the terrain, so I can get them. But that's okay. Alright, we're now approaching the first form of the final boss. There are two forms of this boss. And some water as I do that. There should be one last window wall like that before we get to the actual boss itself. The game likes to throw its boss music at you very early. But we are quickly approaching said boss. We're just talking about resources. This is like the this is like Venom 1 or Venom 2. But with more robots, with pistols and haircuts. It's fine. Grab bombs, they will be very helpful in a moment. If I can keep the bombs through the rest of the game, that would be very helpful indeed. Bosses do melt very quickly. Alright. So, welcome to the first form, the final boss, the giant mechanic skull. We have to get rid of these things at the bottom and these things on the right side when they show up. Thank you. The quicker we get rid of them, the quicker we can actually get to the actual, like, damaging the boss itself. So we want to get through them as quickly as we can. Those eye lasers don't really do a lot of anything. Cool. That's that. We will... some random flying around here. It is possible to damage the boss in this stage. However, it's hard to do. I don't entirely understand it. What we want him to do is to pick up the building that's right below us. Because they'll use that to try and, like, trap us in an area. Once that happens, we can actually just give him the business. There we go. So the giant mechanic skull has grabbed the building. And now we're just going to attack his hand. Spam his hand with weapon. And it's got to hit the space button to fire. We don't need to use pretty much any shields for the rest of the game, so it's fine. Keep spamming the space bar until we get cell completed. There we go. That was the first form. So now we need to actually kill the giant mechanic skull. The huge mechanic skull. Apologies. We have a little bit more to go to restock on power-ups, but I don't want to do that necessarily. Which is why I did. Get a little bit more ammo. A little bit more armor if I can help it. Switch back to bombs if I can help that, that's very helpful. Fire's actually pretty okay. I want the bombs. Pretty much all boss fights. But there we go. So there's our giant mechanic skull. We're gonna go up to hit him in the face. We're just gonna throw bombs into his face, pretty much. And time is coming up when the cutscene starts, which is momentarily. There we go. And that is a grande, bagunça, espacial cutscene percent. We'll watch the cutscene just to say that we did, because it's still important, it's still worthwhile. Also, we have the wonderful foley of a phone ringing by just someone saying "ring" over and over. We tell General Chicken that we defeated the huge mechanic skull. And then General Chicken tells us that Brain Monster probably fled to the edge of the universe. Now, we could go to the edge of the universe by going through the portals that we're skipping in each level. It's not important. It's not required for cutscene percent or any percent, so we don't do it. It's slow. If we do a higher percent, we would do that. But, again, I'm currently the only runner that I'm aware of.
Tem certeza de que está tudo bem com você?
Mas ele me botou numa gaiola perto de onde ele dorme. E ele peida muito de noite.
Certo, estou indo.
And that is the run. Get through all the explosions. There is the credits level, which is basically just candy level. It's not important. There's no cutscene at the end of it. But that is the game. And thank you.